The clove begins its journey on a tree. High above the ground, among glossy green leaves, tiny flower buds appear. They are pink at first, soft, delicate, full of promise. These buds are not yet spice. They are still becoming. The clove tree grows slowly. It takes years before it gives its first harvest. But when it does, it gives generously, season after season. The buds are picked carefully by hand just before they bloom. Timing matters. This moment holds the most power. Once harvested, the buds are laid out under the sun. As they dry, something magical happens. The pink buds turn deep brown. Their fragrance strengthens. Their warmth awakens. The clove is born. Small in size, yet incredibly powerful. Clove gives in many ways. In kitchens, it adds depth to curries, rice, sweets, and tea. In healing, clove supports digestion, relieves pain, and fights infection. In homes, clove oil is used for tooth pain, massage, and immunity. In tradition, clove symbolizes warmth, protection, and preservation. Nothing is wasted. Buds become spice, oil becomes medicine and care. Leaves return nourishment to the soil. Tree continues to give year after year in markets. Cloves travel far, from tropical islands to kitchens around the world. A few buds can flavor an entire meal. A single drop of oil can soothe pain. Clove reminds us of balance. Strong but not loud. Warm but not overwhelming. Small yet unforgettable. Bud becomes spice. Spice becomes warmth. Warmth becomes healing. Clove teaches us this quiet truth. Power does not need size. Patience creates potency. And some of the strongest gifts come from unopened flowers. From a tiny bud to global kitchens and medicine chests, clove continues its ancient journey, warming, protecting, and healing the world. Moringa begins quietly. A small seed is pressed into the soil near a home, by a fence beside a kitchen or along a village path. No one expects much from it. But the seed remembers something ancient. When rain touches the earth and sunlight warms the ground, roots grow fast and deep. A slender stem rises. Leaves open, small, soft, bright green, like tiny hands reaching out to serve. Moringa does not wait years to give. It gives early. And it gives often. The tree grows light and airy, allowing sunlight to pass through. It does not block. It supports. Soon, long green pods appear, sign sticks hanging gently from the branches. Inside homes, the leaves are plucked by hand. They become simple meals, cooked with lentils added to vegetables fed to children and elders. The leaves are rich, full of strength, iron, vitamins, and life. They nourish quietly without noise. Then come the flowers. Soft, creamy white. They bloom without pride and fall without complaint. They are cooked, shared, and offered, bringing gentle healing to the body. The pods grow longer. They are cut carefully, cooked slowly, and shared across the family. One tree feeds many meals. One tree supports many lives. Moranga gives everything. Leaves feed and heal, pods nourish families, flowers calm and strengthen. Seeds clean water and create oil, roots and bark support traditional medicine. Nothing is wasted. Moranga does not demand attention. It does not bloom loudly. It simply stays, giving during illness, during hunger, during ordinary days. In villages, it stands as quiet protection. In home gardens, it stands as daily support. In difficult times, it stands as survival. Seed becomes tree. Tree becomes food. Food becomes strength. Strength becomes life. Moranga teaches a powerful truth. Real abundance grows close to home. The strongest medicine can be food. And the greatest givers often remain unnoticed. From one small seed to generations of nourishment, Moranga continues its work, standing quietly, feeding steadily, healing naturally. The sugar apple begins with a quiet seed. Small, dark, and easily overlooked, it is pressed into warm soil near a home or garden. Nothing about it promises sweetness yet. The earth closes around it, and time begins its slow work. When rain arrives and sunlight warms the ground, roots spread softly. A young tree rises, modest, not tall, not demanding space. It grows patiently, learning how to hold both sun and shade. Leaves flutter gently in the wind. The sugar apple tree does not hurry. It waits. Then one day flowers appear, simple, greenish, humble. They do not attract attention. But from these quiet blooms, something special begins. Small green fruits form, bumpy, uneven, almost awkward in shape. They don't look perfect. They don't shine. They grow slowly, protected by the tree's calm presence. Inside, sweetness is forming. As the fruit matures, the skin stays rough, but the heart becomes soft, creamy, fragrant, full of nourishment. The sugar apple teaches patience. What matters most is hidden. Harvest time comes. Hands gently twist the fruit from the branch. When opened, the inside reveals pale, custard-like flesh. Sweet, cooling, comforting. Seeds rest inside, waiting for their own journey. Nothing is wasted. Fruit becomes fresh food, desserts, nourishment. Pulp strengthens the body and cools the mind. Seeds are saved for planting or traditional use. Leaves and branches return to the soil and homes. Sugar apple is shared quietly. It is not rushed. It is eaten slowly, seed by seed, bite by bite, often given to children, elders, and those who need gentle strength. It supports digestion. It restores energy. It cools the body during warm seasons. The sugar apple does not travel loudly like other fruits. It arrives softly. It stays briefly, and it leaves comfort behind. Seed becomes tree, flower becomes fruit. Fruit becomes sweetness. Sweetness becomes care. The sugar apple teaches a tender truth. Not all beauty is smooth. Not all sweetness is visible. And sometimes the most nourishing things are wrapped in humility. From a quiet seed to a gentle gift, the sugar apple continues its simple work, offering sweetness to those who take the time to look inside.